There we go. It finally worked. Well, good morning, lovely ladies and gentlemen. Steve Collins coming to you from actually today, beautiful New Braunfels, Texas, the second most powerful, passionate, purposeful coach and speaker in the world. I want to have a hard conversation with you this morning, okay? Very hard conversation with you this morning. And here's what it is. Who in your world right now is losing because you haven't committed to or actually decided to change? I really want you to think about that for a minute. Who in your world or in your life is actually losing, even though you don't realize they're losing, because you haven't truly committed or decided to change? You see, so many people get stuck in the you can't teach an old dog new tricks thing, and the reality is that's just not true at all. You absolutely can teach an old dog new tricks. What happens is people have limiting beliefs and mindsets that keeps them or prevents them from actually becoming everything that they were created to become, because quite frankly, it's easier to stay in a mess because the mess is familiar than it is to actually step up and become who you were intended to become. Now, here's the problem with it. Most people think, well, if I don't do that, I'm going to miss out on this and this and that, and I can live at this point of settling. What most people don't realize or acknowledge is that when you become everything and everyone you were created to become, you know, that thing inside of you that says there could be more, I know there's more available to me, but I'm just not doing it, I'm just not bringing it. You see, here's what we look for in executive performance coaching. I'm going to explain what that is real quickly to you. There's feedback that we get in our life. The feedback can be your bank account. The feedback can be your spouse. The feedback can be your boss. It could be your physical health. It could be the numbers on the scale. The feedback that you're getting is those external signals, those things outside of yourself that say, this is not where I want to be. This is not what I am hoping for. This is not what I'm capable of. It's external feedback. And that external feedback is really nothing more than an indication of an internal conflict, something that's going on inside of you that has to do with normally a limiting belief first and foremost, that without guidance or accountability or clarity, you're likely not going to be able to do this stuff on your own. You know, we were all created for relationships, and seeking assistance to better oneself is not weakness. It's wisdom. It's wisdom because it says, I have the humility to recognize that I might not have all the answers. If your very best thinking has brought you to a place in life that you're not happy with, it's time to have another thought. It's time to have another thought. You have the ability to choose. Zig Ziglar says you are where you are and what you are because of what has gone in your mind. If you want to change where you are and what you are, you've got to change what goes into your mind. And having guidance to help step by step walk you through the process with clarity on exactly what to do and exactly how to do it, that impacts and affects every area of your life, not just the money. I mean, if you have a ton of money and you're unhealthy and you have a crappy relationship at home, your life is not going to be happy at all. It's just going to get worse. So what exactly is executive performance coaching? Let me help you understand what it is. It is connecting with a process and a system and a person who will walk with you step by step to gain clarity on what it is that you intend to be, do, or have, putting that plan in place, providing the clarity of when it's going to happen, and giving you the accountability to ensure that you actually step in that direction so that you can have the self-respect of knowing I'm doing the very best that I can. Because at the end of the day, here's the bottom line. You might not want to grow or change because of you. And I'm going to tell you, it's a ridiculously and insanely selfish thing to do, because there are tens, hundreds, might I even say thousands or even millions of people who stand to benefit from you stepping up and being all you were created to become. Your vision, your dream and goal, that thing that's inside of you that you haven't been able to bring to pass consistently, really has more to do with the people who are connected to your life than it even has to do with you. So I want you to think about this today. If you're not willing to begin change because it's difficult and hard for you, I'm going to ask you to get out of your own headspace and ask you this. Who in my life is losing because I refuse to make a decision to grow and change? Who in your life is missing out? What are your kids missing out on? What is your spouse missing out on? What are the people at your job missing out on? Who's losing in your life because you refuse to be the person you were created to be? Because let me tell you something, it's not about you. When you lose, everybody around you loses. And when you win, everybody around you wins. Have a great day, guys.